One day, you will look up at the night sky, and it will not look like this anymore. A second band of light will stretch across the darkness. Not a comet, not a passing object, an entire galaxy, filling more of the sky than anything you have ever seen. Because right now, something is already moving toward us. It is called Andromeda. Andromeda is a galaxy almost identical in size to our own, home to roughly 1 trillion stars. It sits 2.5 million light years away, which means the light reaching your eyes tonight left Andromeda before humans existed. You are looking at ancient light from a galaxy that has been traveling toward us the entire time you have been alive, and it is not standing still. Andromeda is moving toward the Milky Way at over 250,000 miles per hour. Gravity has been pulling these two galaxies together for billions of years, ever since they formed. Neither one can stop it. Neither one can turn away. But here is the part that should stop you cold. This is not a collision like the ones you imagine. Galaxies are almost entirely empty space. The stars inside them are separated by such enormous distances that when two galaxies collide, the odds of any two stars actually crashing into each other are close to zero. Your sun could pass directly through the heart of Andromeda and never touch another star. Here is a comparison that makes it real. If the sun were shrunk down to the size of a single grain of sand, the nearest star to it would still be hundreds of kilometers away. That is how empty space actually is. Two galaxies can pass through each other like ghosts. So what actually happens? Gravity happens. As the galaxies approach, their gravitational fields begin to twist each other into new shapes. Spiral arms stretch into long, glowing streams of stars. Entire structures that took billions of years to form get pulled apart and rewoven into something new. In about 4 billion years, Andromeda will fill half of Earth's night sky. Imagine stepping outside and seeing another galaxy stretching from horizon to horizon, glowing brighter than anything except the sun and moon. Every night for millions of years, it grows larger, closer, more impossible to ignore. Then, roughly 4.5 billion years from now, the two galaxies begin to pass through each other. Not collide, pass through. Gravity flings stars into entirely new orbits. The calm, orderly spiral shape of the Milky Way gets torn apart and reshaped. Could Earth be thrown out of the Milky Way forever? Some models suggest our solar system could get flung outward into a completely different region of the newly forming galaxy. Others suggest it barely moves at all. Nobody knows exactly which future is ours. But here is what almost nobody talks about. The sun will very likely survive. Even as galaxies merge, tear apart, and reshape themselves over millions of years, individual solar systems like ours are so small compared to galactic distances that they usually ride out the entire event completely intact. Your sun, your planets, still orbiting each other, just now inside a different galaxy than the one they started in. But survival does not mean nothing changes. The night sky itself will become unrecognizable. New constellations, new patterns, a sky reshaped by two galaxies becoming one. And eventually, after enough time passes, they stop being two galaxies at all. The Milky Way and Andromeda will fully merge into a single, much larger galaxy. Astronomers have already given it a name for when this happens: Milkomeda. Two galaxies that formed independently, that existed separately for over 10 billion years, that traveled toward each other across unimaginable distances, will finally become one. Here is what makes this strange to think about. You will never see this happen. No human ever will. This event unfolds across a timescale so vast that entire species will rise and vanish before it is complete. And yet, right now, tonight, if you look up at the sky, you are already looking at the beginning of it. Andromeda is already there, already approaching, already, in the slowest, quietest way imaginable, becoming part of your galaxy's future. Two galaxies born from nothing, drifting alone across billions of years of empty space, were never actually moving apart. They were always moving toward each other,